Welcome to Break Your Shell podcast. Hello, our viewers. Welcome, and I have missed you. My name is Alice Tembe. I am a public health specialist by profession, and I'm your host on this Break Your Shell podcast. So, if you missed me, do not worry, we're back. Today, I am going to share with you something that is quite phenomenal because I have one of our phenomenal women that we celebrated during our last Mother's Day celebration. Our last Mother's Day celebration in May was themed Breaking Generational Hurt. But in that Breaking Generational Hurt discussion, we also acknowledge that as a woman going through all the things that they do, it's important to celebrate them. So for every last Friday of the month, when you see our podcast, we do talk about women and the people that are in their lives, their children, their sisters, their spouses, their family. But this particular one, we're going to be celebrating a woman. So today I have a special guest. I'm going to ask her to introduce herself briefly before we start our conversation. Welcome, Buhle.
Thank you, Alice. Thank you so much. My name is Buhle. She likes Buhle. But my first name is Phetsile Sithole. I'm a mother, a Christian mother, of course, and I have a boy and a girl. And a husband, one husband, yes.
One.
Yes,
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Yes. So it's just the four of us. Yes. So yeah. I'm coming from a family. I'm number 10 in my family. I'm the last
Wow.
born. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Welcome to our podcast. And our viewers, as you heard, she is number 10 in her family. I don't know if there are families that still have 10 children these days, but our mothers used to have as many children as they could. And I loved it because you have many friends who are also your
Yes, my
siblings.
sisters.
And nowadays we're not as yes. But moving forward, Buhle, I like your name Buhle because maybe it talks about beauty. And I think that's what I see when I see you. So that's the
Okay.
name that I love using. But before I take your time, Butle, the reason why we called you today, you were one of the phenomenal women that we celebrated during our last Mother's Day in May. And the reason was because the work that you do, to start with, you are a trailblazer in the field of work that you do, that generally we don't see women. But secondly, you also have impacted other people because of your work. And that was why we celebrated you. And so, because that's your field, I would like to ask you to give us a synopsis of your life. Where did you come from? How did you walk the journey? How did you end up here being this woman that we talk about today?
Okay. Um again, Buhle, my name, yes. Education wise, I did become.
Okay.
I'm an accountant majoring in marketing. I worked at Uniswa as student finances and accounts clerk for 4 years.
Mm.
Yes. And I was already married by then.
Okay.
During during the weekends at my place, we used to do small farming. Small farming because my husband is on the agriculture side. So, and I was brought up by a man, my uncle.
Okay.
He liked farming. He liked cattle. He used to talk about it, and I was not interested. But I think he was grooming me because he saw something in me. Because that's what I'm doing now, and I'm enjoying it.
Wow.
So I worked on the professional side for 4 years, just 4 years. That's when I used my certificate, and I stopped working.
Okay.
I went back home. I went for farming. I started with baby vegetables. It was baby vegetables. And then how I got to livestock. One day we passed a shop in Manzini and the shop was closed. It was a butcher. I said, let's start this business. can we do it? I was like, ish, I don't know, but let's try. Then that's how I got into the meat industry.
Okay.
I went to the meat industry. I opened that butchery. My first taking, it was 400 rands. Month end, I had to pay rent for 4,000. I had made 2,000 rents. Yeah. And I have stuff. I have to pay these people. I have a car. So there's so much, but it wasn't much. Then I did that. Then the business grew.
Okay.
I had lots of customers. Then I had to supply meat from big companies, giving them out 5 kilograms. I would slaughter 3 cows just outside there, and I started making money.
Okay.
It was real money. But I closed that shop because when I was out, I didn't have the good strategy for the business.
Okay. So
I
you
just I
opened
just
it.
opened a business. I didn't know how to manage the business strategy. I didn't know anything, systems. So I had no systems in place. So they were stealing.
Oh.
There was a lot of theft. Then I had to close that business. I went back home. And then we were like, because now people are buying meat every day. What can we do? Okay, then we started our first feedlot. That was 2016. With our 10 cows. Mind you, I didn't even go to learn. I just started.
Okay.
Fed the animals, went to the extension officers. They would come and tell me what to do, and how to vaccinate, all those things. I didn't go to the class.
Okay.
My first customer came, went by the kind, and he came and said, I'm taking all the 10. And I was like, how do you know these cows are ready? Then he started teaching us. You look by the tail, you look, oh, okay. And we got our first check. It was 45,000. We were so happy. Oh, we have money. Then we were like, no, let's not make a mistake that everyone does and eat the money. Chow it like that. From 10, we bought 5 more from the 45,000. Then now we are excited. Now we know what's happening. We know this thing has money.
Yeah.
So that's how it grew from 15 to 30, from 30 to 40, 40 to 100.
Wow.
And then during that course, a group was made. A group of men made a WhatsApp group. There's, let's meet and talk about the feedlotting so we can have an association so that the Ministry of Agriculture can recognize us.
Okay.
I'm in that group. I go there. When I go there, I was the only female. I was like, no, I can't be here. No. I went back home and I told my husband and said, you are going there. You're going back. I was like, no, I can't. There's 20 men. I'm the only female. And you know, those challenges. And he said, you are going back. So I got back. We had the interim committee. I was the secretary.
Okay. The woman was the secretary.
The woman was the
Only
secretary.
woman
The
in
only
group.
woman. So I was like, no, I need more females. I can't stand these men. No. You know what I did? Each time I would go there and have my stock removal permits, I would sit in the car and look at everyone that's going there for permits. If I see a lady, I talk to that lady.
Okay.
You know, there's an association like this, please come and join. I'm the only female. That's how some of the ladies joined. They were not much, but they did join. I was like trying to neutralize the system because, you know, I'm just the only female there. Then we work. Now the agriculture side is recognizing us now.
Okay.
They're visiting us. They want the data. And I won't tell you, it was tough being there in the committee with those men because they won't even listen to me
Okay.
with my points. Like, what do you know?
You're
Remember,
female.
culture says the crawl is for the men,
Okay.
not the female.
Hi.
Then, like, how do I get to come here and talk to them? What do I know? Little do they know that I know more than them because we female have superpowers. Once we start doing something, we just do it. Because they are used to the crow and the cows. They're just doing it. And we women, we are doing it and doing it for the good.
Yeah.
So that's how I got into the livestock business, into the feedlotting business. That's how I was then recognized by the Ministry of Agriculture as the first woman in Swaziland. They are there, but the ministry just somehow recognized me. I think it was God's grace.
Or maybe because you were in a structure that the ministry actually now recognized and the first one to break into the structure.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Congratulations on
Thank
the
you.
recognition.
So yeah, and then we continued. I remember one time got my emails. I got an email from it's AUAPA, the organization in South Africa, not sort of SADC,
Okay.
inviting me to a conference in Tanzania. I was like, is this real or it's a scam?
Okay.
And then there's one guy calling me in the Ministry of Agriculture. Marisol, did you get your email? And I was like, yes. So we are going. Okay, it's real.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you are one of the ladies in South Africa, in Swaziland. We've picked, so you're going with us. Then we went there for a week in Tanzania. They were full of the conference was full of professors and doctors, and I was the Eswatini farmer, a female.
Yeah.
And I did learn a lot because we were going to make a policy on the beef, on the red meat. So challenges that the whole SADC region is facing, the stock theft, and how can you trace your cattle if they are stolen, only to find that Swaziland was ahead than the other countries.
Okay.
So, you know what I learned there, and I don't know how we can break that as females. I'm sitting next to two females from Botswana, professors and doctors. So every day we were given a homework to a questionnaire. So the following day we start by the questionnaire, what we were doing yesterday, and continuing the present day.
Okay.
So this particular day, they say, no, let me go and present.
Okay.
When I'm going to present, you know what these ladies say? They said, why are you taking a farmer to present? Because it's a farmer, because a farmer is not educated.
Yes.
A farmer cannot stand in front of professors and doctors. How can you do such that undermine your country? Mind you, again, I was the only woman in 4 men going to that trip. Yes. You know what they said? It was like, this man was like, no, you can't say that as a female. And then they started telling her who I am.
Okay.
And she was shocked. By that time in my mind, I wanted to pursue my master's.
Okay.
And she was so shocked, like, she's an educated farmer. It's like, you thought it's just a farmer, undermining the country. So she can, I was like, how can we break this thing on the female side and stop pulling each other down?
That's so true. And
yeah, it was, I felt sad for her. I was fine. I was fine because she didn't know what she was talking about, because she was too educated. She can't listen to a person who's not educated. And because she's educated, she's not aware that she's only on the technical side. Let me say like that. We are on the practical side. So we know better than
they do. Wow. I mean, it reminds me of the saying that sometimes education is not necessarily the number of certificates you have done. It actually could be how you treat other people. And in our society, we have taken a farmer to be the person who actually is not academically educated. We forget that there is an amount of resource and education that farmer has. I used to joke with people who are nearing retirement and ask them, what are you going to do when you retire? You know what they tell me? I'm going to raise cattle and I'm going to plant cabbages and sell them, and then I'm going to run a farm. And so I would follow up with a question. What do you see in the sky to know that it's time to plant beans? And they will keep quiet. What do you see in the sky for you to know that it's time to plant cabbages? They were quiet. This is not something that you learn at university. This is something that you probably your grandfather always knew. When the clouds start coming from the east like that, start tilling the land. They didn't go to university for it. So sometimes misconception of professions are everywhere. But sometimes I'm excited that you went there and stood for yourself and spoke in front of people. And thank you for representing Eswatini and women, in that sphere. And I'd like to acknowledge you did share that it's a field where you mostly find men. And you've already highlighted one challenge, that they would sometimes not listen to the points that you will offer, the opinions that you will offer. Can you briefly just tell me any other challenges that you went through being a female breaking into that space and that you felt? And maybe when we come back, that's what you will start sharing with me or with our audience. What are some of the challenges that you felt in addition to the one you were not listened to? People didn't listen. But I'd like to thank you so much for sharing that and your personal story, and standing on your feet and standing your ground when you were challenged. We're going to go for a break, our audience. And then when we come back, we'll hear more from Buhle. Thank you very much.
Break your own, rise to the heights of exaltation. Higher we go, where God wants us to be. Higher we go, where God wants us to be.
I break my shell, and you break your own. Together we rise to the heights of exaltation. Higher we go, where God wants us to be. Oh yeah, we're going higher. Don't you get discouraged, 'cause God is on your side. Just keep on moving. Don't let nothing stop you. Break out of your shell. The sky is your limit. Just keep on moving, higher. Don't you get discouraged. God is on your side. Just keep on moving. Don't let nothing stop you. Break out of your shell. Keep on moving higher. The sky is the limit. Higher we go.
Higher we go, where God wants us to be.
Higher we go.
Higher we go.
There's a
Welcome
place
back from break, our viewers. I hope that you joined us in our first segment where we were listening to Buhle's story, and it's quite an interesting story because it attaches and interprets the name of this podcast, which is Break Your Shell. And she has managed to break certain lines that as women, maybe some of us are even scared to break into. She's gone into farming. She's gone to a conference and spoke in front of people who felt they were more advanced than her, and even expressed that they were more advanced than her. And she wasn't worthy to stand in front of them. She has broken these lines, and she has broken her shell, and she's come today and represented Eswatini as a woman farmer, And I don't like that name, woman farmer. You're a farmer, whether woman or man, you're just a farmer. I've seen people being called a female doctor. They are doctor, right? So welcome back. I'm going to continue this conversation with Buhle because it's interesting, and I'm going to just find out from her. You did highlight that one of the challenges you faced was that the men, when you were coming into this space, even in the association, they would not listen to your opinions, even though they would be valuable. just because you were female. What other challenges did you face breaking into farming itself as a profession and breaking into a male dominated space?
Okay, thank you, Alice. It is quite challenging, yes. The most challenging part on this livestock farming, because now I'm saying I'm a livestock farmer because I do everything. So going into this space is like breaking the shell, like you say. When you go in, when you tell people you are a farmer, even the females, not just the male, it's quite challenging because they, first of all, they don't understand. They just don't understand how can you do it? How do you manage? You look for a market, they won't listen to you. But when a man comes, they would listen to that man.
Yeah.
You sometimes when you would want to go maybe to the bank, again, it was still a challenge. Now it's not a challenge, but before it was a challenge. It's like, are you sure you want to do this?
Okay.
Yes. Are you sure? Because remember, it's culture.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was quite difficult. It was quite difficult. Now it's not, because I've also formed another female cooperative. It's working.
Okay.
Yes, they call it Timbogotfo on the Comesa side. There I was the first national chairperson on that side.
Oh, great.
So trying to break the shell, trying to make these men hear that we are here, trying to tell this man at home that these cows at the crow, let's make them commercial.
Okay.
Let's not wake up in the morning and say like, I have 100 cackles and you can't make money out of them. So it was quite difficult because men know that they have to wake up and look
At their cattle.
at their cattle. Now there's a female is saying, let's sell this cattle. You see?
Yes.
Yeah, so they just didn't want to, they just didn't want the women in the space. It was too much for them. I think maybe they know that the women has so much power. So they just didn't want the space in their space, the women in their space. So it was, I think it's quite too much for the men. Yes, when they see a woman coming in and saying, now I'm taking over. Because, yeah, we can take over. And we can do it, and we do it. So that's the most challenging when you go into their space.
Okay.
Then they don't feel like they don't like it.
It's uncomfortable
Yeah,
for men.
they just don't like it. Yeah, we must stay in the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah,
So the fear of now I have to negotiate with a woman
yes.
about a cow sale.
And our negotiation skills are very high.
Okay.
Yes, I can negotiate, and you can give me your cold cattle
Okay.
at a very low, favorable price.
You're very good at it.
Yeah, I'm very
Wonderful.
good. Very good.
You just said you started a cooperative of women, Timbokotfo.
Yes.
So tell me about that. What is it that they
Okay.
do?
There's a copper. There's Comesa
Okay.
in Eswatini. Comesa. It's a woman. It's for women and youth.
Okay.
So it's not really for the cattle only. It's for every woman in Eswatini.
Okay.
You can form a cooperative and then go to the office and say, we have this cooperative, we are making class.
Okay.
So there's a funding. Then every year, from the head office, Comesa, they will say, this year we are funding for cattle, we are funding for craft, we are funding for all lots of things, for tomato ladies who are doing tomatoes, all those things. So you just form a cooperative register under the Comesa part in our Swatini. Then you make a proposal.
Okay.
What you want, how is it going to work? Then you get the funding.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. It's for every woman.
Okay.
Whether you are sewing, whether you're making tomatoes, anything, even the youth. Just form a cooperative and then register, you are good to go.
So you formed the cooperative
Yes, so
with
we had-
women
yes.
in different spheres of business.
No, I was on the cattle side.
Okay.
So they call themselves Timbogoto Feedlotters Cooperative. So I was working on the cattle
women
side.
in
Yes.
farming.
So we made that proposal and they got 150 euros.
Wow.
And they're working. They're good.
Wow, that's
Yes.
wonderful.
Because Comesa was like, they want the women, the poor to the poorest.
Okay.
Yes. Not the richer to the richest.
The poor
The
to the
poor to the poorest.
Okay.
Every woman must make money. Yes.
Wow. You did touch on the theme Break Your Show, but I want to push it a little bit further. That you were at our Mother's Day where we talked about breaking generational hate, and you are a mother. You mentioned in the beginning you're married, you're a mother, and you are a farmer. These are very tough roles to play. Like we have already acknowledged that being a farmer is not easy. It's tough, and sometimes it takes a long time to get what you invest to pay back to you. But how do you balance this role of being a mother, being a farmer? You're also a wife. You are active in church. You're active in your community. How do you balance these roles as a woman?
Tough. I won't lie. It's tough because you have to work hard. Whilst everyone is having 24 hours, I think it's 72 hours, but in one day.
In one day.
Yeah, it's really tough, but it's doable.
Okay.
Because you wake up in the morning, you see these people are going to school, they are going to work. Then you go to your
own job.
You go to your own 8 to 5 now.
Okay.
Actually, it's not 8 to 5 because it can be 8 to 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Still working on that. And then, yeah, it's really tough. Sundays, you have to go to church. It's exhausting.
Okay.
And again, you have to make sure you come back home. You look at this homework. You are tired. You hear all the stories from their mommy. Please, can I have that and that at school? There's a project, and now you have to go to Lavumisa, and the project paper is in Manzini. You see, now you have to think, how am I going to find that project paper? Because I'm going to Manzini the whole day. So you have to balance it. You know, women are fast thinkers. You just know, okay, there's a sister in Manzini. I have to talk to her. And then I'll find a way to find this paper to get home. You try to connect the dots. And the paper will be here at home when she comes back and when I come back. So that's a woman. It's difficult. Again, you have to be a wife. And you have to talk family business. Sometimes you can't even talk. Sometimes I find them asleep.
Oh.
Because maybe you go out there, you fetch this cattle, then there's a breakdown.
Okay.
So you're already exhausted.
I can't imagine you in wet boots and overalls.
Yes, I do have the khaki, all these things. You won't see me when you...
I won't even know it's you.
Yeah, I will just say, hi, Alice. I was like, oh, it's you. Yeah.
Have you felt that there are expectations you are required to meet that sometimes are difficult for you, being a farmer, a mother, and a wife?
Yeah, sometimes. But when you have an understanding family, they know you are working 120% for them. So they can never expect so much of you. Okay. And again, you have to communicate with these people. Guys, you see, what I'm doing is exhausting. How can we work out? How can this help me and you guys so we all benefit? So it all comes to communication with the family. It's really tough. I remember one time I had my spine, it was out of shape. I couldn't walk. For 2 months, I was sleeping. And the doctor asked me, what are you doing? I said, I drive a lot. Okay. I'm always driving. I'm always busy. And he said, you need to rest. So I had to sleep. My spine was out of shape. So I had to go for physiotherapy. You see, now I'm used to work. Now I have to go to physiotherapy. I know. I was so bored because I like the challenge work.
Of working.
But again, you have to even look at your health. So it's quite challenging.
Yeah.
So and I was imagining if they said I died,
Mm.
what was going to happen, or I'm crippled now.
Yeah.
So all those things. Yeah.
Okay. Um, that's that sounds quite challenging.
Yeah, it is.
But I would like to acknowledge what you say, that it's very important to have a family that is supportive, and for you to also communicate that what I'm going through or what I'm doing is demanding, and I'm doing it for the family, for the benefit of the family, and everybody is able to chip in. And that's something that sometimes we lack in society, not just from family, but from our sisterhood, even from our society, the support that we need to do the things that we are passionate about. Have you found spaces, sisterhoods, circles of friends that you get support from when you need it? Sometimes when your own cup is empty and you need filling. Have you established or found spaces like that?
Yes. Just recently, I will always be alone because I think I was lacking information like that. People out there you can talk to.
Okay.
Yeah. I was always alone. I don't want to lie. Just recently talking to someone, I was like, oh, okay, there's someone I can talk to. There's this rise to your story. You can go there and listen to other ladies.
Okay.
You pay 2,000 rands just going to Celeste for an hour. That's an example. But you can find Celeste the whole day. They listen
Yeah.
to her.
Yes.
You're like, okay, there are these people, there are these gatherings, the women gatherings. That's very important. To when you see there's a small gathering of women, just go
Yes.
there,
Yeah.
just join and go and listen.
Wow.
You grow each and every day.
You're making me
I
feel.
didn't know until I came to Rise to Your Story, and I was like,
Wow.
I have missed so much.
Oh, wow.
And right now I'm not going to miss. And I'm not missing any. When I see something in Facebook, I just go, they say how much I'm paying. I'm
Okay.
going there.
I'm going there.
And it's my day.
Uh-huh.
I'm going there. It's my day.
Okay.
And each time I go there, I feel different.
Wow. Thank you. I feel very encouraged. I guess it means we're not doing so bad, creating platforms for where women can meet, interact, and support each other. And I would like to just clarify to our audience that she is saying it's important to take care of yourself. If you find a space or forum where you can get support, go out there. Sometimes being by yourself, yes, it might look like it's okay to be on your own, but find the spaces, the networks that help you to cope, where you feed yourself and where you find support in other people, in other women, if you're female, or in other societies or groups that help you to keep going. And I think that's what the message that you're giving to other women out there. Take care of yourself.
Exactly.
It's important. As we go towards the end, is there a message to a young girl today who's out there who is thinking, when I grow up, I want to be a farmer, but society is telling them that that's a man's field, a young girl who's thinking, when I grow up, this is what I want to do. But education wise, the parents are saying, no, you go and study medicine, maybe there's a young girl who just finished studying medical laboratory, but that's not what they want to do, maybe there's a young girl or young woman there who's thinking, I love farming, where do I begin? What words of encouragement do you have for them?
Okay. I am going to talk about purpose and voice.
Okay.
Everyone was brought in a home. Yes, like you said, I've done medical doctor, but I love farming. There's always a purpose.
Okay.
Everyone has a purpose in life. And you have to find that purpose. Look for it. You want farming, just go for farming.
Okay.
No matter what the hurdles are there, just go for farming. And when I'm talking about voice, there's so many voices out there. There's so many voices coming in and out. There's so many advices. There's so many statements. There's so much there. But there's only one voice that matters.
Okay.
Is your voice.
Ah, okay.
It's your voice. Just listen to your voice and find your purpose.
Okay.
You'll
So even
make it.
if I finished, my graduated in medical laboratory, I still want to do farming. I can drop it and go and do farming.
Yes, you can do farming. There, there are so many platforms in Eswatini that you can go and find out. There are so many funds in
Okay.
Eswatini. Just go to the Ministry of Agriculture and find those platforms for the youth, for the women, for everyone.
Okay.
Then find and make sure when you go for farming, there must be something special about you.
Okay.
Yes. Why is your product so special?
What makes it unique?
Yes.
Okay.
Then you will make it.
Okay. No, thank you so much. I'd like to really, really thank you for joining us and sharing your story. And I actually liked the education that you followed in the beginning, and then decided no, this is not what I want to do, and actually go into professional work and come out and go and follow what it is that you wanted to do. But most important, I'd like to congratulate you for breaking the shell, which is something that we all talk about every year when we do our Mother Day celebration, is to break the shell, whether it's breaking a professional shell or going into a profession that's not necessarily your field. It could be breaking out of expectations from society. It could be expectations from your age. It could be I'm too young or I'm too old. It could be I'm not educated academically. It could be I'm not that intelligent academically, but you're great at something. It could be you could be in a circumstance where maybe you're being abused or you're suffering from some people forcing you to do things that you don't want to do. Breaking your shell is not necessarily to do with a profession. It's a painful process, like Buhle has shared, but it is quite rewarding when you come out of that shell and you enjoy the rewards and you follow your passion and do the things that you want. Thank you so much, Buhle, for joining us. And thank you to our audience for being with us this whole time. As usual, my name is Alice. I'm your host, and I will be excited to be seeing you every last Friday of the month when we share with you issues that affect women and their loved ones, their children, their spouses, their families, and from the psychosocial issues, health issues, business issues, breaking your shell in the spaces of life that you're in. And so, from me, your host, and from Butle, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Welcome to Break Your Shell podcast.